everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Sequoia. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm starting in the mountains. The reason for that is because the skyline has pretty much quadrupled since the last episode. And yeah, the view is just quite crazy from up here. Zooming in here, you can see those brand new towers. You have my tower in the back there, which is 40 Wall Street, and got Jeff's Chrysler building right there. And then it goes up to these towers. These are technically the first super tall towers in the city, since we're building at a larger scale. You can see the bridge right down there, built by Jeff. And you've got the Vancouver cluster until you reach all the way down there, which is Point Gray. We've been working on a lot of different houses down there. We've got brand new cliffs over there, which we will see shortly, and many ships that Alpine pasted in. So yeah, that is quite far away. That's on the other side of the map, which is why Distant Horizons is just absolutely amazing. So this house and another house down the road over there are built by Beppis. Now, of course, the lag is not that great in here because of Distant Horizons. I've got it pushed to the max at the moment. But look at that view. There's some amazing stuff right there. This really gives off West Vancouver vibes. Oh my. Okay, you're getting a slideshow for this video. It's fine. Everything's fine. Look at that. It's crazy how skinny that tower is, and that it's actually a real building in real life. It just doesn't look like it could stand, but surprisingly it does. Alright, so here we are in East Village, which it just looks like a completely different city at this point compared to the previous episode. I'm just gonna stick to the most substantial changes from last episode, starting off with this, which is a brand new, I suppose it's multiple city blocks that me and Tibur have pretty much just built super quickly, just in a couple weeks. And yeah, it's just a little building off camera. Maybe 30 new buildings here, I don't know. So what I've been doing here is creating cobblestone streets to get kind of a lower Manhattan vibe with all the historical buildings. And here is the view corridor, making a little plaza right here to keep this view corridor open, just so you can view the tower right here of the crazy huge cathedral. As you can see, the details on this are just immaculate. Josh has just been very hard at work on this. I think the exterior is pretty much done as well. Got all these nice curves. It's just really cool to see. So if you stand in this spot right here, there are some view corridors pretty much down every direction you look. Jeff's towers right down there. So this one I based off of one in Midtown Manhattan, and I am planning on doing interior on this, but I have not gotten to that yet. But that's why I've been leaving it empty on the inside, just so I can fill that in a little later on. I just love this new terrain. As you can see, this new river was added in the terrain expansion of Sequoia, and it goes all the way down there to the port, which I'll get to that in a moment. I'm first going to show this building off, which is based off of 40 Wall Street, and it is named in this city the Sequoia building. Right down here I made this American flag, and then Alpine built a Canadian flag just to go along with it, which I do like that little addition. And right down here you've got some construction. You have a massive HVAC right up there. So this was actually my first time building an Art Deco tower from New York. It was a very cool experience. So along with that one, you've got this building here, built by Jeff. And right over here, these are actually by a new builder. I think goes by the name of Rome. This one actually reminds me quite a bit of Salesforce Tower in San Francisco. This one here actually gives off some Hudson Yards vibes, which I'm quite a big fan of. As we get to the super talls, it's just a substantial height difference with 111 West 57th Street, which is just crazy thin. Every time I see it, I don't know how it stands in real life, but somehow it does. And right over here you have Central Park Tower, and both of these are made by Beppis. So previously that was the tallest building in Sequoia, and this is basically like double the height. We're really gonna have to even out the skyline. So this is the Soon TM building, which I almost forgot to show. But so I know this is quite a meme on Alpine's channel, and this is supposed to be the HQ of it. I think it would, in Sequoia, Soon TM would be like a broadcast channel. So it is actually 7 Bryant Park in real life, and I actually did build the lobby right here along with this green wall. Right here, I know Beppis has been building the Beppis & Co. Tower, which he did inspire off of the Rockefeller complex. I know this tower here is actually inspired by the Woolworth building. So as we're heading over to the west side of Sequoia, to the Vancouver area, there is actually a train here that I built, a Sequoia light rail train. So it is inspired by the Expo line in Vancouver. It does have a little bit of interior too. So as you see here, there are many new blocks in the Vancouver area waiting to be filled in. So that train over there that I made will be going on this track right here, which is the light rail line going right past Vancouver House. Views in this area on all these ridges and hillsides should be very nice. Here are a lot of houses that we built, and I built a few of these, like this one and this one, and that building right up there. I don't want to show it just yet. I'm going to be saving that for a future video because I'm currently working on that. So, work in progress. So over here is the other part of the neighborhood of Point Gray, which is based off of the real Point Gray neighborhood in Vancouver. And so this is one of the houses I made here, and I know that the houses that we built are actually being used as templates. So I know Alpine talked about the concept in his videos where you change some defining features of every house, and you can make each house look different, like changing the yard or changing the facade of each house, and it makes it look like a completely different house. It's definitely a nice way to quickly fill the suburbs. This is another one of my houses, Mad Arch Development, and it is the under construction house. Got a little porta potty right here, and a little excavator. As you can see, got some bare wooden walls. Everything's wood. Little basement down here. This would be a little outdoor deck on the back side, along with a garage in this laneway. I do quite like laneways, since there's no garage in the front of the houses. So if you go up the stairs, you have the big open space on the second floor, and you have some walls here that aren't finished, and views of Alpine's row homes. So if you continue up these stairs, this takes you up to the rooftop terrace. That's a pretty cool views from here. So moving on to the port, I will show just a little bit of footage. It was a brainstorming session with Alpine and a friend named Michael. Basically everything that the port should accommodate everything from cargo and bulk and all the rail connections. So going through the design process for the port was actually quite fun. So I'm quite excited to actually start laying the port out once we get around to building it. So heading north from the port, there are all of these brand new cliffs from the terrain expansion. I definitely am really excited about these because this whole coastline is just will be a lot more interesting now that it's not completely flat. I think that concludes the major changes since episode 4. So I'm just going to end the episode here. So that is it for this episode. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.